beautiful, aren't they? Yet, up there, on the surface, no one even knows they exist.
They're monsters.
There's a monster inside all of us.
They tell you all the time what to do, what to think, what to feel. Do you want to be like a sheep? Like all those other people, man?
I don't have to listen to this bullshit.
You want to work 8, 10 fucking hours? You own nothing? You got nothing? How'd you like that? What do you want me to stay there and do nothing?
So you are what you are in this world. That's either one or two things. Either you're somebody, or you're nobody.
You have to consider the possibility that God does not like you. He never wanted you. In all probability, he hates you. This is not the worst thing that can happen.
It isn't.
We don't need him.
Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about what the other guys are thinking. You're here for a reason.
No one thinks it can be done. When you're going to change the world, don't ask for permission.
When you try to fix people, there are always consequences.
We failed miserably as a species on this planet, masterminding our own extinction. But through it all, we might just still have another chance.
You break the rules and become a hero. I do it and I become the enemy. That doesn't seem fair.
All our lives, we've lived with death hanging over us. Why? Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change?
Coward. We have a new world to conquer. You make me sick.
Leave me alone, please.
Hiding in the shadows. Hiding from who you truly are.
Oh, without pain, without sacrifice, we would have nothing.
And he's laughed off stage. Cries himself to sleep that night. But the next morning, what does he do? He practices. And he practices and he practices with one goal in mind: never to be laughed at again.
First, you have to know, not fear. Know that someday you're gonna die.
You don't know how this feels.
It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything.
Power, real power, doesn't come to those who are born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. No, it comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
Strong enough to have it all.
Too weak to take it! You did not respond to reason. So now you will know fear.
You've kept him alive so he can die at the proper moment. You've been raising him like a pig for slaughter.
Don't tell me now that you've grown to care for the boy.
Such concentrated pain in one person made them lose their will to live and stop believing in this world, because the greatest hatred lies in the heart of a good person after being destroyed. In the end, the dead receive more flowers than the living, because remorse is stronger than gratitude.
After all this time. Always.
You said we would destroy the Avengers, make a better world.
It will be better.
When everyone is dead.
That is not...
The human race will have every opportunity to improve. When the earth starts to settle, God throws a stone at it. And believe me, he's winding up. We have to evolve. There's no room for the weak.
And who decides who's weak?
Life. Life always designs.
I want you to choose who you truly are and where you truly belong. Not on a whim, not because you wish you were someone you're not, but because you honestly know yourself.
Doesn't matter what you do. What matters what they think you've done?
Now, the minister says you're too young to see what these curses do. I say different. You need to know what you're up against. You need to be prepared.
The problem today, John, is half this country thinks the other half is its enemy because they have no one else to fight. So, we gave them a real enemy. One with the power to threaten their lives, their freedoms.
The humans. They will tire of you. They have already turned against you. Leave them.
¿Qué es lo que quiere la gente? Poder, dinero, lujos, tonterías. ¿Para qué? Si de cualquier manera todos vamos a morir y no nos vamos a llevar nada. That is what we are fighting. That is the enemy. Their arrogance. Their power lust. Their barbarity. How long will it take before they're turning their weapons on us?
What kind of man crawls into his own grave in search of hope?
A desperate one.
God likes to watch. He's a prankster. Think about it. He gives man instincts. He gives you this extraordinary gift, and while you're jumping from one foot to the next, what is he doing? He's laughing his sick fucking ass off. He's a tight ass. He's a sadist. He's an absentee landlord. Worship that? Never.
Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven, is that it?
I've nurtured every sensation man has been inspired to have. I cared about what he wanted, and I never judged him. Why? Because I never rejected him, in spite of all his imperfections. I'm a fan of man!
Prospector, this isn't fair.
Fair? I'll tell you what's not fair. Spending a lifetime on a dime store shelf watching every other toy be sold. Well, finally my waiting is paid off, and no hand-me-down cowboy doll is gonna mess it up for me now!
They understand power. You take the power. You gotta make him respect you. You make him see that you are special.
I know there's nothing I can do to ease the pain I've caused. Many will say I took the easy way out. I don't expect you to forgive me for leaving you this way. I just pray you understand that I can't go on ruining your lives anymore. It's had to end.
Mutant brothers and sisters, all dead. We were supposed to protect them. Where were you when your own people needed you? Hiding. You and Hank, pretending to be something you're not.
Eric.
You abandoned us all.
In a reality where those meant to uphold justice allow all kinds of injustices to occur, it's only a matter of time before someone finds the courage to act, not as an agent of chaos, but as the only one willing to do what everyone else wants, but is too afraid to. It's a final act of desperation, a justice that knows no bounds or morals.
Anger does not change the fact that your father failed to act.
The man had a gun.
Would that stop you?
I've had training.
The training is nothing. The will is everything.
The will to act.
Without willpower, we are mere puppets of destiny, sheep of the herd. It is what leads us to be different. Only with it can we decide for ourselves who we are and who we will become.
Typical of humans. They scratch the surface and never think to look within.
This blindness is our greatest weakness, the very thing that makes us easy prey for those who know how to manipulate appearances. For in a world of illusions, truth is the deadliest weapon of all.
You can see how everything is just a random rearrangement of particles in a vibrating superposition. But you see how everything we do gets washed away in a sea of every other possibility.
Where fate plays with our decisions and actions, does it make sense? Every choice, every move creates ripples that can take us to unexpected places. And while some get lost in the uncertainty, others navigate towards their own goals, defying the currents and turning possibilities into certainties.
You came to kill the devil, right?
Well, guess what?
I keep you safe. And if you think I'm evil, well, just wait till you meet my Arians.
I've been invisible my whole life. I guess I won't be anymore, will I? They'll remember me now. They'll remember both of us.
Good and evil are merely human constructs, concepts shaped by perspective and our need to make sense of our actions. What one person calls evil, another may see as justice or even necessity. The lines between right and wrong blur and intertwine. There are no absolute heroes or villains, only individuals willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their goals.
Become more than just a man in the mind of your opponent.
Who is he?
Now he is a prisoner.
What'll happen to him?
Justice. Crime cannot be tolerated. Criminals thrive on the indulgence of society's understanding.
An empire toppled by its enemies can rise again. But one which crumbles from within, that's dead. Forever.
We need balance. This leniency only emboldens those who prey on others. Someone needs to take charge and do what's necessary without being held back by imposed morality. Wouldn't you seek your own justice if someone you loved was hurt and their attacker got away with it?
The probability of widespread annihilation kept going up. The only way to stop it was to show it. To scare people straight. Because what reasonable human being wouldn't be galvanized by the potential destruction of everything they've ever known or loved? To save civilization, I would show its collapse.
That makes enemies. Those people that call you dirty because you got the guts to stick your hands in the mud and try to build something better.
Devastation and chaos make no distinctions. In that abyss, where everything crumbles, the mind reaches its limit. The terror of losing everything, of watching everything once loved turn to ash, is enough to break even the strongest spirit. It is in that despair that a villain is born. For every villain has a reason, and it's not their fault. They never dreamed of this path.
I had all the pieces. I had the answers, but I didn't know how to make them listen. You gave me that. I gave you nothing. You showed me what was possible. You showed me all it takes is fear and a little focused violence. You inspired me.
Fear is a universal language. It's a powerful tool, capable of shaping wills. It's the system's method of control. In the darkness of fear, masks fall, and true intentions are revealed. Respect born of fear, but it is a double-edged sword. And where reason fails, fear always prevails.
Is this not your natural state? It's the unspoken truth of humanity that you crave subjugation. The bright lure of freedom diminishes your life's joy in a mad scramble for power, for identity. You were made to be ruled. In the end, you will always kneel.
They may even hate me. I'll let them hate. Just so long as they fear. A force of something almost indescribable moves through your blood and takes you over completely.
In our quest for control, we lose ourselves in a labyrinth of ambition and betrayal. Freedom is an illusion that only brings chaos and disorder, for your freedom ends where mine begins. It is in submission that we find a twisted security and peace, a stability that only the yoke of power can provide, because deep down, we fear the responsibility that comes with true freedom, preferring to be led, even if it means sacrificing our own will at times.
What is the nothing?
It's the emptiness that's left. It is like a despair, destroying this world. And I have been trying to help it.
But why?
Because people who have no hopes are easy to control. And whoever has the control has the power.
That's power you can't buy. That's the power of fear.
I'm not afraid of you.
Because you think you got nothing to lose. But you haven't thought it through. Now you think, because your mommy and your daddy got shot, you know about the ugly side of life, but you don't. You've never tasted desperate. So don't come down here with your anger, trying to prove something to yourself. This is a world you never understand, and you always fear what you don't understand.
Despair is a monster that consumes you from within. Those who haven't stared into the abyss of despair will never understand the true cost of sacrifice and survival. That idealized justice is merely an illusion in a game we can never truly control. Reality is painted in shades of gray. Every action has a consequence. And just as every good thing has a bad side, every bad thing has a silver lining.
I've lived 1,000,000 lifetimes. I've gone through every scenario. This is the only way.
I know the joy and the pain of having you as my mother.
And you know I would only do the right thing for her. For you.
Right is a tiny box invented by people who are afraid. And I know what it feels like to be trapped inside that box.
It's a prison of rules and expectations that stifles true potential. Those who fear the unknown cling to this box, believing it provides security, when in reality it's merely a cage that prevents us from evolving. Who decided what's right and what's wrong? What's right for one person might be wrong for another. Every action, every decision can be viewed through multiple lenses, hence the true complexity of the human experience. In the end, we're all heroes and villains in the stories others tell about us.
But you chose the humans over us. I exist only to protect Krypton. That is the sole purpose for which I was born.
Always remember, your enemies think that they're doing what's right. They think they're the hero, and you're the villain. But now you know the truth. There is no good. There is no bad. Only weak or strong.
We always see the villain for what they are, without knowing the whole story of how they became who they are, just the mistake they made. Yet, the hero takes center stage. That's why we love the hero and hate the villain, until we understand why the villain became evil. But being right doesn't make you good, and being wrong doesn't make you bad, because everyone has their reasons for being the way they are.
And every action I take, no matter how violent or how cruel, is for the greater good of my people.
Then why do you want to kill me? I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No. You complete me.
Villains forge their own convictions, shaped by their experiences. Heroes, on the other hand, are given a purpose, fighting for what they're told is right. Most villains are right. They just go about things the wrong way. If that weren't true, we'd always be rooting for the bad guy.
All this time, I wasn't looking for you so I could kill you. I was just looking for someone who could see what I see. Feel what I feel.
Oh, you think you're better than us? Without us, you will always live a life of fear.
I do love the smell of fear. It's intoxicating.
It is?
You are no bounty hunter. You are death. But I'm still alive. I find the very idea of 9 lives absurd. And you didn't value any of them. Because Puss in Boots laughs in the face of death, right? But you're not laughing now.
Those who don't cherish life don't deserve to live it. There are people out there longing for just a few more moments to see their loved ones again, yet they're denied that chance. For some illogical reason, they're dying, while others have everything but are miserable, oblivious to their blessings and ungrateful for what they have.
It's not possible! I cannot lose! I won't accept defeat! If I don't win, then all my effort, all I've struggled to achieve, all of it will have been pointless! I'll lose everything just like I did before! And I absolutely refuse to go through that again! Might makes right, and might alone! Without strength, we have nothing! I cannot! I will not!
I got bored one day, and I put everything on a bagel. Everything. All my hopes and dreams. And it collapsed in on itself. Because you see, when you really put everything on a bagel, it becomes this. The truth.
What is the truth?
Nothing matters. Feels nice, doesn't it? If nothing matters, then all the pain and guilt you feel for making nothing of your life goes away. Sucked into a bagel.
Every mammal on this planet instinctively develops a natural equilibrium with the surrounding environment, but you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply, and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. And the only way you can survive is to spread to another area. There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. Do you know what it is? A virus.
The humans have forgotten the gods, destroyed the earth, and for what? Parking lots, shopping malls. Greed has burned a hole in their heart that will never be filled. They will never have enough.
I counted on you. That's why you failed.
What?
Because you have some strange abilities and a shiny costume. The rest of us are supposed to put our lives into your gloved hands. That's what my father believed. Waiting for heroes to save the day. Our sweet parents were fools to put their lives in anybody else's hands. Superheroes keep us weak.
Men have enslaved each other since they invented gods to forgive them for doing it. We're all slaves to something. I to eternity, you to your convictions, others to the color of their skin. All I ever wanted was to see my kind granted their rightful place.
I fought by his side. I loved him like a brother. And he betrayed me. Well, now I will destroy everything he has created!
I will not let you destroy Oogway's memory.
Why not? He destroyed mine.
You know, our actions have very serious repercussions, especially when they damage other people.
They wronged me, and I will make it right.
They loved you. They loved you so much that having to send you away killed them.
The dead exist in the past, and I must attend to the future.
I wish you happiness.
Happiness must be taken, and I will take mine.
You know, there's two kinds of people in this world. People who do anything to get what they want, and everybody else.
You can't care about anyone else. Everyone else is an obstacle. You care what an obstacle wants or feels, you're dead.
Look around you. Look at the world. What do you see? War, poverty, a planet on the brink of collapse. I would argue that God has abandoned us.
We were happy on my home planet.
Going to bed hungry, scrounging for scraps. Your planet was on the brink of collapse. I'm the one who stopped that. Do you know what's happened since then? The children born have known nothing but full bellies and clear skies. It's a paradise.
Because you murdered half the planet.
A small price to pay for salvation.
Do you know what makes a great leader, Aurora? The ability to instill fear in your subjects, and then use that fear against your enemies.
If one is to understand the great mystery, one must study all its aspects, not just the dogmatic, narrow view of the Jedi. If you wish to become a complete and wise leader, you must embrace a larger view of the Force.
I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
Can't rely on anyone these days. You gotta do everything yourself. Don't we?
Can a heart still break once it's stopped beating?
No! I don't know what it's like to be cast out! To not be believed in? To long for a family?
All those years in the shadows, I thought no one else knows what this feels like. But now I see I was wrong.
Not sweet Stella. Try as I might. I never was. I'm Cruella. Born brilliant. Born bad. And a little bit mad. I'm not like her. I'm better. Anyway, mustache. Much to avenge, revenge, and destroy. But I do love you. always.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
There's never been peace without first a great suffering. The greater the suffering, the greater the peace. See, this will unite them.
Think of the person you love most in your life. Your wife. Mother. Daughter. Now that person will know what it is to lose someone they love. And live with that pain. Forever.
What are you doing? You took everything from me when you sent Abigail into that machine. Now I'm taking everything from you. I don't know why everyone is so rude. I don't know why you are. I don't want anything from you. Maybe a little bit of warmth. Maybe a hug, Dad. How much is a little bit of fucking decency? What is it with you people?
Love. And hey, they're so close, it's easy to mistake one for the other.
She never came back. Lotso wouldn't give up. It took forever, but we finally made it back to Daisy's. But by then, it was too late. Something changed that day inside Lotso. Something snapped.
She replaced us.
Love. A dreadful bond. And yet, so easily severed.
I tried reasoning with you, Woody, but you keep forcing me to take extreme measures.
In their last moments, people show you who they really are. So, in a way, I knew your friends better than you ever did.
The forest grows too wild, purging fire is inevitable and natural. Create enough hunger and everyone becomes a criminal.
All who gain power are afraid to lose it. I have experience and patience. A man can do anything if he has those.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations.
If you believe in peace, then let us keep it.
I think you're confusing peace with quiet.
You got a hell of an infestation.
You know, I've noticed an infestation here. Everywhere I look, in fact, nothing but undeveloped, unevolved, barely conscious pond skull. Totally convinced of their own superiority as they scurry about in short, pointless lives.
Superheroes are part of your brainless desire to replace true experience with simulation. You don't talk, you watch talk shows. You don't play games, you watch game shows. Travel, relationships, risk. Every meaningful experience must be packaged and delivered to you to watch at a distance, so that you can remain ever sheltered, ever passive, ever ravenous consumers who can't bring themselves to rise from their couches, break a sweat, and participate in life.
And you're lost because you follow blind leaders. These false gods. Systems of the weak. They've ruined my world.
But to build a really better world sometimes means having to tear the old one down. That makes enemies. Those people that call you dirty because you got the guts to stick your hands in the mud and try to build something better.
Did you do it?
Yes.
What did it cost?
Everything.
Ah, but I'm a villain. And villains don't get happy endings.
They're gonna tell you, you're gonna hear some things. They're gonna say things like, life is
Life's not always black and white, but, life things more complicated than that. But, here's the truth, okay? There's good and bad in this world. And, sometimes you gotta make a choice, you gotta pick a side, okay?
Just saying, I know what it's like to lose something that you love, to see it slip away and know it's never coming back.
You weren't born to be king, Loki. You were born to cause pain and suffering and death. That's how it is, that's how it was, that's how it will be. All so that others can achieve their best versions of themselves.
You see the good in everybody, even when it's not there. You're living a fantasy. There is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England. This is the real world, and you need to wake up.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility.
You called me a crook, but you didn't know shit about how the world works or what some people will do for money. The world is an evil place, Charlie. Some of us make money off of that, and others get destroyed.
We are all so different, but we have one thing in common. We have big dreams, and we will do anything to make them come true.
But you can't do this to me.
I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
And you're going to make that happen by blowing up a building?
The building is a symbol, as is the act of destroying it. Symbols are given power by people. Alone, a symbol is meaningless, but with enough people, blowing up a building can change the world.
People need to believe. And nowadays, they don't believe anything.
Billions of people just living out their lives, oblivious.
I believe that as a species, human beings define their reality through misery and suffering. The perfect world was a dream that your primitive cerebrum kept trying to wake up from.
Nobody panics when things go according to plan, even if the plan is horrifying. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos.
Everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated.
It's fair.
I'm not insane. What's insane is the way humans choose to live today. Think about it. All we do is take. It can't go on. We've brought the planet to the brink of extinction. We're parasites.
А вы знаете, зачем нужно оружие? Оружие — это гарантия мира. В стае собак равные перегрызут друг другу глотки. Чтобы жить мирно, им нужен один лидер.
Tanks, planes, ships, and all that spending lifted this entire nation out of poverty, freed the world from tyranny. A big country needs big enemies. Our fear of them unified our people, gave us purpose.
I want to sever the fate of this world. A world of only victors. A world of only peace. A world of only love. I will create such a world.
Once upon a time, someone decided that we were the losers. There are two sides to every story, and our side has not been told. So, who will join me? Who wants to come out on top for once? Who wants their happily ever after?
Yeah!